Hi everyone, welcome back to Crochet Rocks. I just wanted to give you a little update on the craft room. Now this is the carpet that I've chosen. It's kind of just like a neutral browns kind of fleck, I guess. And underneath there is this backing, which means no underlays required. So that will go down very soon. Just going to pause the video 1 second. So, as you can see, the wallpaper table is up and Gary's been papering the worktops down. So we're going to put the wires up so that I can have plug sockets above. The window there, which some people said they didn't see, that's next door. There was a blind. And so this is the paper. And it's like embossed. It's like little bricks. So I'm going to paint it with this country cream colour, but Gary had an idea of picking out just a section, like an uneven section, like there's a hole in the wall, and doing them red brick. And I know a few techniques to make that pop, but obviously I'd have to paint this and make that look aged as well. So I might do that. I've been thinking about it. It's got to smooth out some of these are not air bubbles, they're just where you can see the joins of the plasterboard underneath, but it would have been too much work, and especially as there's going to be yarn mounted on the walls, so it's not really don't really need to worry about that too much. But it's going on maybe this back wall where the window is. It's not going on this wall because that's going to be a yarnscape wall. And there is another wall here which is still stripped and needs doing. So then once the wood's all done, I've got some ideas at how I want to paint that. But this wall is going to be just a wall of yarn. So no need to paper that one. Right, I'm going to pause the video and come out of here for a second so that Gary can carry on. Out here where these are stored, oops, getting my fingers in. These are all my little shelving units. They're the white cubes that I chose. I don't know if you can see the picture there, the illustration. So that's going to be on the yarnscape wall. Hope you can hear me because I had to move. Oh, that might be better. Just kneel. So yeah, that's going to be along the yarnscape wall, and they're those cube type units. So I don't know how many of them are going to take up that wall, but I've got loads anyway, so I should have enough of those. Just going to pause the video, try and stand up again. So I've come out of the garden, out of the way. So those hollyhock things that were supposed to be short that Gary liked and now taken over the whole section, and got the lovely yellow flowers though, aren't they beautiful? And did a little bit of weeding out here last night and thinned this out because it was crazy. And this tree now has lights in it, and it does look kind of cute when it's all lit up. It's a bit hard to show you what it looks like at night. They're pink. I don't know if they change colour because we put them on and they didn't have an awful lot of chance to build up a charge, you know, because they're solar powered. So yeah, they were on for a little while and then they were off again. But so much of the garden has just died because it's so hot. Even though I water these things quite often, it's scorching. And the same has happened to my night scented stocks. I'll show you over here. Remember how lovely they all were? They're just twigs. They need coming out. We haven't weeded this side yet. Still a lot of flowers looking good, but things have burnt quite a bit in the sun. It's just obviously very hot and crazy heat. But my runner beans, they're looking a bit sparse, a bit shabby and a bit burnt. So I don't think I'll get much more out of those. Got quite a bit of deadheading to do out here. And it's still looking pretty, still lots of colour. But I had to thin out the tomatoes yesterday so that the flowers and little tomatoes get the sun. And Gary's picked a fair few of the strawberries, but the tomatoes completely took over. You couldn't even see the raspberry canes. I didn't get as much of this one done, but as you can see, there's lots of flowers and little tomatoes now that can see the sun and get ripe. This thing, this fuchsia, when we pulled it up, it was dead as a door now, and Gary said, what shall I do with it? So I said, well, plant it, it'll either live or it won't. And it's kind of, I like the colour of the leaves of this one, but they're the funny little little fuchsias. You know, they're not the big bushy ones, but it is a hardy shrub, so that can stay there really. And that should signify, where that is, the end of the planting. And this corner, eventually I want to make a seated area, because in the evening it's the last place to have the sun. And hopefully next year we'll have a lot more sun. This is Gary's brother's shed there, but above it you can see these monster trees, and they do shade quite a bit of the garden. The birds love them, but it's not necessarily good for us. So apparently though, they are going to be taken out, so that would be good if that happens. So I just thought I'd give you a quick whiz of the garden as well, quick whiz round. There's a few bits and pieces like garden bags and stuff over there, and wood pile that's for the burning. And that little orange thing, that's my gas barbecue. I love it. It's a Marco Pierre White thing. It's really nice. The only thing is cleaning it afterwards, but that's sort of Gary's job. I do the cooking, he cleans it, but it's not a very nice job. So see what I mean? Everything looks so parched, and I water this every evening, but obviously it probably needs a good douse of rain, which we haven't had for quite some time. And you know, it's so dry that we're even killing mint. Can you believe that? So yeah, next year hopefully we'll get the caravan camouflaged into some kind of prettiness. I know I'd like to do the bar, but whether that'll happen, and we'll get something done about the back of the garden. See, it's not a very nice caravan. So it's been painted lots over the years, but it's just dry and peeling off. Don't usually like to show it, but it's just an enormous garden shed for us until we can chop it about and do what we want with it. So anyway, so I just thought I'd show you how the yarn room's coming on and what's happening to the garden, which is really dry and parched, and the hydrangeas come to the end, but it doesn't help. It adds to the look of dry, dying garden. Oh well, it's just that we don't normally have this kind of weather. So thanks for watching, and I'll keep you posted as to how the yarn room's going. It's looking pretty in shape at the moment, and I'll say bye-bye for now. One thing I wanted to show you before I go is Gary is thinning out these shrubs at the front. We've still got the bird feeder up, but we have blackberries. I don't know if you can see them. I can't really get tall enough to show you the top, but we've got blackberries growing in the hedge, which, oh, there they are. There's some bigger, more ones that are ripening off. But we actually have blackberries in amongst it, which is crazy. But I told Gary I'd like to try and keep them as much as possible so that we do get some blackberries. But all across the road over here, that is all blackberries all the way down. And I think obviously where birds have been eating them and then they poop, more grows. It's a bit hazy, can't see the sea so well today. It just blends in with the sky. Sunny but hazy, which possibly will burn off later. But yeah, all across there and all the way down the road, there's a man walking over there, and all the way up the road, blackberry bushes. The ones at the top of the road are ripe, but these ones, they're kind of not quite there yet. There's got a lot more to grow in to do and ripening off, but there's going to be a fair amount on these. But yeah, it's kind of a whole road of brambles and blackberry bushes. Look at these, loads of them, all up high as well. Nice and pickable though, as long as nothing happens. So I really will go this time. Hope you enjoyed my little yarn room update and garden update, and I'll speak to you very soon. I'll try and do a live stream at some point. I'm certainly feeling better today than I was yesterday. Couldn't really have felt much worse without going to bed. So bye for now, everyone. I don't know if you're going to see this, but there is a lovely view through there of the sea and the cliffs and the shoreline. Okay, bye for now, everyone. Take care.